Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about an unconventional topic. I am not big on politics, but the issue that I'm going to talk about today is not a political issue. It is an ethical issue, and I felt the responsibility to share on this topic. On November 4th, Floridians will get to vote on Amendment 4. But it's not only Florida. Abortion is going to be on the ballot for many other states. Arizona, Colorado, Maryland, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New York, and South Dakota. And it's very important that you are informed before you make your decisions when you're voting. There's a lot of deceit going on with ads right now and with misinformation. And that is why I'm making this video. So currently, under the Heart Bill Act in Florida, you cannot get an abortion after 6 weeks unless, and there's exceptions, and this is where it gets tricky and this is where a lot of the deceit is going on. There are exceptions and protections in place. The exceptions are rape, incest, human trafficking, fatal fetal abnormalities diagnosis, or when a woman's life is in danger. So these protections are already in place. But now, with Amendment 4, women will have the ability to get an abortion on demand for no particularly good reason. There aren't any definitions. Up until birth. And this creates a loophole now where women can go get abortions. They're not, these like rape, incest, human trafficking, or when a woman's life is at risk, all of these scenarios, there's already protections in place, and these only make up about 1% of why people get abortions. But now, with Amendment 4, we are promoting promiscuity, we are promoting irresponsibility in these women, young ladies, where they can just go get a pill, go get an abortion because they don't want that baby. Also, for Amendment 4, it would overturn laws requiring parental consent before a minor can get an abortion. And this would be the only procedure that a minor can get without parental consent. So a 13-year-old can go into a Planned Parenthood or wherever it is, and they can go get an abortion without their parents' consent. It leaves it up to the minor and to the healthcare provider. And that to me is outrageous because kids in school can't get Tylenol or pain relief without parental consent. But now, under Amendment 4, they can get abortions. How does that make any sense? Parents' rights are being taken away. These are kids. These are 13, 14, 15, 16. They're not mature enough to make these big life decisions on their own with their, medical practitioner or healthcare provider. Another thing is that under this bill, it no longer requires a medical doctor to perform these abortions. Now they can use a healthcare provider. That means a nurse, midwife, physician assistant, nurse practitioner. Doesn't have to be licensed. You can provide abortions. And that doesn't protect the life and the health of women. Would you trust anyone to perform an abortion? Second, third trimester? Would you trust anyone with your daughters? I don't think you would. These pills, these procedures, they pose high risk to a woman's body. There are side effects, there are repercussions, and they're not talked about before the procedures. These girls go in there, they're not shown an ultrasound, they're not being explained what are the side effects, what can happen. They're not giving alternatives. Their parents are not in the room. They're going into these places where This is their business. This is their livelihood. To take life is their livelihood. It's their business. And, you know, one of the sad things is also that it's going to be funded by taxpayer dollars. We are going to be funding abortion with the money that we make, with our hard-earned money. We're funding abortions. These abortions are happening about 1 million a year here in the United States of America. That's more than any pandemic. That's more than any war. That's more than anything. Now, with this new bill, we're going to have 40,000 more lives lost. Florida is going to become an abortion destination, a hub for abortions, a tourist destination for abortion, where women from other states are going to be able to come here to get abortions. When you think about the loss of human life, when you think about these are babies, they are alive, they have a heartbeat, they have fingernails, they have arms, they have legs, they have toes, they have little noses, they're alive. But yet, should a woman have the right to take life away only because this is their child? How does it differ? Why is it different taking life in the womb and taking life outside of the womb? You can't kill your 5-year-old, but you can kill a baby that's fully formed and that can fully feel pain. They're being suctioned, they're being torn apart, they're being dismembered. This is what is on your ballot for this year. This bill is not about protecting women's rights. This bill is not about freedom. This bill is about taking parental rights away. This bill is about keeping these girls uninformed and putting their lives at risk. This bill is not about protecting the lives of the unborn. Where are the rights for the unborn? We have rights in place for the wildlife. God forbid you touch a little turtle that's on its way to the ocean. You can get a fine. Where are the rights and the laws in place for the unborn? These children are alive. They have a heartbeat. They feel pain. Not to mention the suffering that goes on for women after they get these abortions. Mental health, anxiety, depression, suicide. They're tormented for the rest of their lives. I have never met a woman who has regretted keeping their baby. In fact, they're so happy and they feel like it's changed their lives. But I have met so many that have regrets for their abortions. Whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, vote no on Amendment 4. If you are in these other states, do your research on abortion laws. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.